Shiba Inu team announces summer of Shibarium. Is SHIB about to surge? Our Telegram group, which we will share airdrops and pre-sales soon, has been established. For instant crypto money news, you can use the Telegram link in the description section. Use the MEXC stock market link to buy and sell with zero commission in spot transactions. Shiba Inu's team is turning up the heat with the announcement of the Summer of Shibarium, an exciting new campaign filled with upcoming releases. A revamp of the project's website, SHIB.io, kickstarts a series of thrilling events leading up to the launch of Shibarium, the project's Layer 2 blockchain, in August. Earlier this month, new branding for the Shiba Inu ecosystem's website and other platforms connected with the SHIB army was also unveiled by lead developer Shytoshi Kusama. This flurry of activity comes amid increased interest in the Shibarium ecosystem, which has been driving the market performance of SHIB and other related tokens. Investors have been showing heightened interest in the Shiba Inu cryptocurrency ecosystem, specifically its native token, SHIB, in anticipation of the Shibarium launch. The Shiba Inu community eagerly awaits the August Shibarium launch, a Layer 2 blockchain addressing scaling and data bottlenecks, with an associated conference showcasing a completed world paper, detailed presentations of Shiba Inu projects, and the first reveal of Treat, as announced by lead developer Kusama. The coming weeks will undoubtedly be crucial for the Shiba Inu community as they await the outcomes of the Summer of Shibarium. As per recent data from CoinGecko, the price of the Shiba Inu token SHIB currently stands at $0.00000805, with a market cap of approximately $4.75 billion, and a 24-hour trading volume of about $172.84 million. Given the widespread investor attention that SHIB and related tokens are garnering ahead of the Shibarium debut, and the extensive watchlist presence, the conditions seem ripe for a price surge. Historically, major product or platform launches like this have often resulted in an uptick in the associated cryptocurrency's value since they tend to attract increased trading and investment activity. XRP whales in spotlight as cryptocurrency prices soar. Amid the recent climb in cryptocurrency prices, all eyes are on the whales, or large-scale holders, of XRP, the fifth largest cryptocurrency. Data analytics firm LookinChain recently provided insight into the purchase and sale patterns of 4 significant XRP holders on the Binance Smart Chain, BSC, hinting at the potential for increased selling activity. According to data shared by LookinChain, 4 major XRP whales have shown distinct purchasing habits. The first, known as 0xF522, accumulated 25 million XRP, $18 million, between April 22 and November 24, 2022, at an average price of 43 cents, and has yet to offload any. Meanwhile, 0x513D picked up 10 million XRP at an average of 45 cents per token and has since deposited 5.4 million XRP, $4.3 million, to Binance following the recent XRP price rally. The other 2 whales, tagged as 0x8456 and 0x8BF6, acquired 1.4 million XRP each, at average buying prices of 40 cents and 39 cents, respectively. Neither of these large-scale holders has shown signs of selling as of yet. However, with XRP's recent price rise and subsequent downturn, there may be increased selling activity from these and other whales in the near future. Despite an over 80% leap following a mixed verdict in the Ripple v. SEC case, which led to the US relisting of XRP on Coinbase, Bitstamp and other high-profile exchanges, the cryptocurrency's value slid by 16% to fall under 70 cents once again. This fluctuation and the ongoing legal uncertainties surrounding Ripple's victory continue to influence investor sentiment. Depending on how the potential SEC appeal of the Ripple decision plays out, XRP whales and smaller investors alike may adjust their strategies in response to evolving market conditions. Ripple v. SEC ruling, court drew reasonable line, says venture capitalist Catherine Hown, CEO of Hown Ventures, a $1.5 billion venture capital fund, and a former general partner at Andreessen Horowitz, believes the court drew a reasonable line in the latest Ripple ruling. She considers the Ripple ruling an overall good outcome for the industry. According to Hown, legal experts also hold the same opinion, with the consensus being that the court drew a reasonable line, distinguishing between XRP itself, which is not an investment contract and thus not a security, and certain XRP transactions in which institutional investors made direct payments to Ripple. She highlighted a precedent set with the Ripple ruling, saying this would track the line the crypto industry will draw in upcoming cases against the SEC. Tokens are never investment contracts on their own, Only binding contracts imposing post-sale obligations on the seller can constitute investment contracts, and hence tokens traded on exchanges or secondary markets would rarely qualify. Overall, Hound believes the court's decision is pretty favorable for the industry, especially concerning the secondary markets at issue in several pending lawsuits. More good outcomes are to come. Hound expressed optimism that more outcomes like Ripple's are coming and will provide more guidance for the crypto industry. She pointed out that the complexity of the court's reasoning is further evidence that Congress should be the one to decide how cryptocurrencies will be treated going forward in the US. If Congress does not take action, the courts, not the SEC, will have the final say. The venture capitalist believes that the Supreme Court's major questions doctrine would play a bigger part in other lawsuits against the SEC, strengthening the industry's arguments even more. Immediate appeal in Ripple case seems unlikely. In its response, the SEC claims it is currently reviewing the Ripple decision. The CEO of Hound Ventures noted the possibility of an appeal, though it might not happen right away. The SEC would have to petition the court to separate this ruling from the portion going to trial, and second, it appears unlikely that the SEC truly seeks legal clarity, according to Hound, making an early appeal seem unlikely. She stated, "The Commission benefits from the current confusion, and losing these issues on appeal would jeopardize its entire enforcement agenda. So I'd be surprised if the SEC tried to appeal now." Ripple CEO claims SEC case may take years to appeal. $XRP. Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse recently made statements which predicted a long wait before the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, can file an appeal following Judge Torres' ruling on the Ripple case. According to an interview from Garlinghouse with Bloomberg on July 15, the executive estimates that the SEC's opportunity for appeal could take years. No other precise detail in terms of this claim was disclosed, however. Judge's ruling on XRP on July 13. Judge Torres partially ruled in favor of Ripple Labs in a lawsuit initiated by the SEC in 2020. The judgment states that the XRP token, with respect to retail sales on digital asset exchanges, is not a security. However, Judge Torres ruled that XRP qualifies as a security when sold to institutional investors, in accordance with the criteria of the Howey test. Garlinghouse emphasized that the ruling about institutional sales represents the smallest piece of the lawsuit. He believes that if the SEC decides to appeal the ruling regarding retail sales, it would only further solidify Judge Torres' decision. Garlinghouse said, "As a matter of law, the law of the land right now is that XRP is not a security. Until there is an opportunity for the SEC to file an appeal, which would take years, frankly, we are very optimistic." SEC accused of bullying tactics. Garlinghouse also took the opportunity to criticize the SEC, alleging it acted as a bully by targeting weak players in the crypto industry incapable of mounting a strong defense. He indicated that the Ripple lawsuit marked the first defeat for the SEC in a crypto case. The Ripple CEO noted the SEC's lawsuit initially led to uncertainty among U.S. crypto exchanges, causing a wait-and-see attitude due to market confusion. According to Garlinghouse, the SEC deliberately fostered this confusion to increase its power, thereby stifling innovation in the U.S. impact on the crypto market. Garlinghouse argued that the SEC's power play and political maneuvering have overshadowed sound policy and clear regulatory guidelines. This stance, he says, has hampered U.S. entrepreneurs and investors from fully participating in the crypto market and embracing blockchain technologies. While the recent performance of XRP may be impacted by these developments, the broader implications revolve around regulatory clarity in the crypto industry, and this is something that requires closer attention in terms of how it evolves and becomes more complex with each new case. Our Telegram group, which we will share airdrops and pre-sales soon, has been established. For instant crypto money news, you can use the Telegram link in the description section. Use the MEXC stock market link to buy and sell with zero commission in spot transactions.